What's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to another day here in Walt Disney World. Today we're going to be taking a look at EPCOT, and we are going to be discussing some changes I would love to see in EPCOT in 2025. Now, we know that they just redid a lot of EPCOT, and unfortunately there was a lot of promises that were made at the D23 Expo, the second to last one, not the most recent one, but the one before that. And unfortunately, Disney was not really able to fulfill a lot of the promises for EPCOT. And it kind of feels like EPCOT is like half built, because a lot of the projects, like getting a renovated or an updated Spaceship Earth, never came to be. There was the idea we were going to get a lot more into the exit area of Spaceship Earth. This whole area in the plot of Future World was supposed to be very different. They ripped out a part of Communicore Hall and kind of rebuilt some of it. And that was just a character meet and greet with sort of some kiosks and a festival center, which I'm fine with the festival center part in Communicore Hall, but it just seems like they just didn't do enough with this area. They didn't finish what we hoped that they would do here. And it just seems very incomplete. And as nice as it looks with the Gingerbread Spaceship Earth right now for the holidays and what it could look like next year for some of the festivals, they have to make some changes. I would start off right here, because this area, it's just, they need to very easily make changes. Like adding Disney to this area. And I can't believe I have to say that, but the way these walls look here in Minecraft are not very far off from what they look like in the real EPCOT. So add some more Disney in here. Add a Mickey Mouse flying overhead, or a Donald Duck, and you put a Santa hat on, or you put on whatever fits that theming of that festival at that time. You gotta make that change. That's one that would please a lot of people, because it just seems so devoid of creativity in there, and it's really, really sad, honestly. So we're starting off on kind of a bad note, but we're going to get better, I promise. We're going to get more positive here. And the next thing we're going to talk about is Journey into Imagination. Journey into Imagination needs a new attraction. Josh Gad came out at the first Candlelight Processional saying we need one. All the Disney people agree that we need a new attraction in here. Just make it happen, Disney. And for the love of God, if you can't figure out where to put the Muppets, the Magic Eye Theater is right here. Put the Muppets in the Magic Eye Theater. It's better than losing the Muppets entirely in Muppet Vision 3D. I'll take it. If you could put the Muppets back here, all right, I can live with that. I wouldn't be thrilled, but it's better than nothing. So that's my idea over in Journey into Imagination. Now let's warp on the other side. And I actually haven't seen if they finished the work on Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that. So I do kind of want to see what they got over there. Can I warp to Test Track? I guess I can. What else is over there? Nothing. Alright. So I guess I'm not... guess we're gonna have to hoof this one, but... we're gonna go to the other side of the old Future World. Now, they could definitely do the new Finding Dory, the kind of the Marine Life Institute from that second movie. They could do that in Finding Nemo. I would like to see them do that just to update the area. I mean, it seems like they kind of half updated it a little bit, but I'd like to see them do a little bit more back there. I'd like to see them add more life into this area, which is the main hub here. The lights already don't work in the floor, things like that. I'd like to see them just fix that up a little bit, and even putting some like Disney statues in here, just like it's a park, but you've got a Disney statue, or a Mickey statue, or a Goofy statue, or just something. Just add more Disney back here, some topiaries even, right? I think that's not too much to ask for. You don't really have to build all that much. You just gotta kind of add stuff in there. This is an area, though, of Epcot I think needs a lot of work. As much as Future World East needs a lot of work, Future World West needs it 1,000 times more. So obviously they're starting to do that already because Test Track is currently getting redone. So Test Track is going to look very different when it reopens in 2025. All this stuff on the outside, they completely gutted it. So we're going to see a completely new Test Track. So I'm okay with that. That's one of the things I would have said anyway, is they need to replace this. So they got me ahead on this one. So that's great. Now, what about the Odyssey? The Odyssey is an empty building for most of the year. I know they put festival stuff back here, but because you have Communicore Hall for festival stuff, you could put something in here. Do something with this. Come on, guys. Communicore Hall. This is a great building. It has a ton of Disney history and a creepy, derpy figment. Like, add something in here. That would be an easy layup. And even if it's a themed restaurant, like, I don't even care what you do with it. Do something that is not a temporary festival center. Let's get a nice themed restaurant here in the Odyssey, back just like it used to be in the good old days, right? But more advanced now. Let's take it up a notch over there. So we've got that. All right, we've got Test Track. We already went over that, so we're gonna skip a hoof over there, and we're gonna head to the former Wonders of Life, because Wonders of Life has been sitting dormant forever. I would love to see Disney add something to the former Wonders of Life Pavilion. It's another area that is untouched by Disney for the most part. They don't use it as a festival center anymore, so do something with that area, right? I think that's another one for Disney where you have all this space, it's sitting in your lap. You know, you have this giant building here that's so odd and peculiar. Like, you got to add something there. You got to give us something to look at over here. I would love to see something new in the Wonders of Life Pavilion. They had a show there in the past. They had a, I guess you could say it's a similar Stitch's Great Escape situation with the Body Wars building, but you add something in there. Maybe that's where you add the thing that they were talking about, the Wreck-It Ralph, the virtual racing thing. Maybe that goes in the Wonders of Life. You know, I would prefer that over just leaving it empty. Add something in there. That would be great. I would be all on board with that. So you've got that. Guardians of the Galaxy is coming along, so I'm excited for that one. This is going to be a fun attraction when it opens in here, and I'm looking forward to that. And then there's always been rumors about Coco taking over the Grand Fiesta Tour. It could happen in 2025. I don't know how sold on that I would be, but it could happen. And I would love to see them, you know, depending on what they decide to do with Rapunzel. Because I just made a video talking about Rapunzel maybe getting a boat ride in the Magic Kingdom where Small World is. Again, another situation, you had the Rhine River cruise in Germany. You could put another Disney princess in Epcot's World Showcase. I know people hate that idea. It's sacrilegious. We've already got Frozen in there. So if you put Rapunzel in Germany, there's enough area there for a show building. There's enough space in there for that. That's what it was originally built for, and Disney just never did it. So now, Disney, you got this. You can do it. I would love to see them do something like that over here. And it would go right in the back of the pavilion. So now you're getting a lot of throughput. You're getting people to come back here. Right over by Oktoberfest. I think it's, yeah, right here. This, if you were to cross through here, that is the beginning of a show building for a perfectly fitted dark ride. Put a Rapunzel themed dark ride in there. I don't love the idea of IPs in Epcot, but we're past that point already. And that way we could keep Small World. We get another actual addition. Instead of a replacement in Epcot, we're getting a genuine addition. We're getting a Disney princess in Epcot. Disney, come on. I'm giving you this one. You got this. This is an easy one for you. I'd love to see some kind of like an Italian, like the boat gondola type of dark ride in Italy, but I don't know logistically if they have room for that. And they could make it themed to Luca, which is one of the Pixar shorts. But I don't know if that's enough of a draw for a full dark ride. So maybe that's pending. Maybe that's something in the background they're thinking about. And space is an issue here as well. But it's something to think about. And then we're going to head over to the UK, because the UK, this is one that probably doesn't cost that much, and it's been talked about before. It was a canceled project from 2020, and that was putting Mary Poppins back here, making a version of Cherry Tree Lane, adding a Mary Poppins dark ride. Whether that was just a spinner dark ride or a genuine dark ride, I don't know, but I'll take whatever. I think it would add a little bit to this area. As beautiful as this area is, nobody really comes back here. Give people a reason to come back here. Add Mary Poppins back here. You have a lot of space back here. Like, this is 1-to-1 scale recreation. There's a decent amount of space back here. Like, if they wanted to put a small dark ride back here, they could. They could put a small dark ride and kind of hide it with the shrubbery here. Maybe push it in a little bit closer. And you have all the way up to International Gateway, where you could put a pretty sizable building back there. So you've got that. So right off the bat, we're talking about a couple new rides. Wonders of Life, figure out something for that. New restaurant for the Odyssey. A new boat ride for Germany, Tangled themed. You've got the UK adding Cherry Tree Lane and a penguins, you know, the penguins from Mary Poppins, adding a spinner. Add something back there, right? In Morocco. Now, this one is a little bit more difficult. I would love to see them add some sort of you know, basically, because we talked about earlier in my Magic Kingdom video, I said, why not replace Aladdin's magic carpets and put them in the back of the Morocco Pavilion? And I don't know how much space there is, but you put it in let's say you make a box, like a genuine box building, like they've done for Guardians of the Galaxy, Rock and Roller Coaster. They've done this before. It's not like it's a foreign concept. And you put an indoor theming on that attraction. I think that would be incredible. And then you could fly through Agrabah. You could put some kind of 3D projection on the kind of out the inner walls of the attraction, and plus that attraction. You already have the actual attraction. All you have to do is build the actual building, the box. It's not a dark ride, it's just a box, and put theming on the inside of that box. That's it. I think that's an easy one too. And again, you're adding more attractions. So you could add 2 spinners, which I don't love the idea of that, but you have a Mary Poppins spinner, the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. Yeah, do you need both, especially in one park? You can make the argument you don't need both, but let's say you add one. Why not add one of those? And if the cheaper option is the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, fine. I'm okay with that, right? There is so much possibility with EPCOT, with things they can add pretty much in almost any pavilion. It's just a matter of executing and actually doing it. There is so many plans that we could all probably come up with for EPCOT. And that's gonna do it for today's video. But I'd love to know what you guys think, because I think there is so much. If I was the CEO of Disney, or I was in charge of the parks management, I would be banging my chest to get any of these ideas across the finish line. I understand there's a lot involved. There's finances, there's, you know, the business aspect, but I feel like these are things that, you know, Disney always talks about. You know, we don't need a 5th gate at Walt Disney World because we have so many things we can add in our parks that we already have. Well, these are the pluses that they can do without replacing attractions. Before you replace attractions, why not try and add? And I understand that it costs more to run more attractions and things like that, but they need more attractions. There's more people than ever visiting Walt Disney World. The demand is high, but it's going to start getting to the point where people stop going because it's too busy, or there's not enough new things, and it's busy and it's expensive. Give people a reason to come back, because people will go to Disney. People will want to be here. They want to be a part of this. You just need to give them a reason. And I think adding attractions like Mary Poppins, and the Carpets of Aladdin, even if it's a moving attraction to another location and just adding another attraction in EPCOT, it's something. It adds capacity, and it takes a slight bit of creativity to come up with that attraction, to put some kind of theming to Agrabah in a show building, right? There's plenty of opportunity here. Disney, please add something here. I'm not saying it has to be 2025, but sometime in the future, we all would love to see some of these concepts come to fruition. And I think with the lackluster, the effort that they put in here with Communicore Hall, as we kind of circle our way back to where we started, I think a lot of people are upset with kind of what we got here. And it just seems so devoid of what we know Disney is capable of. And I hope this just doesn't become a trend of what they'll be doing in the future. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching today's video. It was another long video. I've been sick. I'm on my 5th or 6th video today, so my voice is definitely losing it. But I appreciate your guys' support as always. And let me know down below, what do you guys think? What would you add to EPCOT? What would you add in terms of attractions, IPs? Give me all your ideas. I'd love to put it in a video. So thank you so much for watching this channel. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all again next time.